everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am RiskyBoy, and today we will be talking about D23. So now we all know about D23, the fan expo where a bunch of Disney fans can come together, celebrate Disney, and get a bunch of really cool announcements. So what I'm most interested in is the Disney Parks Panel, known as Disney's Horizons. Coincidence, right? And this is supposed to be a very big presentation. Not only is it supposed to be about what is going on in the parks in the future, but it's also supposed to be like a musical. So it's supposed to be some sort of tie-in with that. So I'm here to give out my predictions on what I think could happen for D23 this year. So if you join me, please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the biggest channel with 187 subscribers. And now, let's start off with the Magic Kingdom. So, Magic Kingdom, what could we be seeing? So, first off, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. We already know that's rumored to be closing for an extended period of time and getting the Disneyland treatment of the added effects. But Beyond Big Thunder was revealed in 2022 as a blue sky idea. I'm honestly kind of a fan of the blue sky ideas because it's kind of like, oh, we're doing an expansion beyond Big Thunder, or we're doing a replacement of Dino Land. These are things that are happening, they're just trying to figure out the details of it. Which I understand why that makes Disney fans upset, but I don't really mind them. But first off, the three proposed lands were Coco, Encanto, and Villains. Encanto is not going to be there anymore, and we'll talk about that later because that's going to go in Animal Kingdom. But we know Coco and Villains are still very popular ideas, and the rumor is that Coco is locked in, kind of. There's no other rumor that's going to be here, so we know that based on the concept art, there's going to be, looks like a carousel of some sorts, and then looks like a ride based on riding on Abrije in Coco. We know this from the proposed ideas from 2022's D23. So I safely can assume that they're going to go with Coco as Land 1. Now Land 2, I do think they're going to announce all three lands. Land 2, rumored to be Cars. So now, I know a lot of people are not too fond of this idea of Radiator Springs Racers. I'm going to be honest, I'm a huge Cars fan, so any Cars ride anywhere would be awesome. So I would not mind Radiator Springs Racers, but I can't understand why. It's just a copy of Test Track's ride system, and it could be effective with the outside area, and it rains a lot in the summer, so it's probably not the best idea, but I wouldn't mind a Cars land or some sort of like reimagining of a Cars ride to go here, because I mean, going beyond the frontier again, that kind of fits with the theme of like a desert. So I could see Cars land, and then we know Villains. I think is going to go to the Magic Kingdom. That is rumored to go in Hollywood Studios, but I have another idea for that later. So that's what's rumored. What do I want to happen? What would be really cool? So I have this idea called Worlds Beyond. And it's these three worlds that are beyond the realm of the Magic Kingdom. So we start off, now this is going to be a little bit anticlimactic, and I know a lot of people are not going to be happy about it, but I think it would be really cool to access these worlds through Doctor Strange and his portal. I think Doctor Strange isn't part of the Universal Agreement where you can have Marvel characters. I know Guardians wasn't. I don't think Doctor Strange is either. I don't know which specific Marvel characters. I know you can't get the X-Men and stuff, and Spider-Man. But if you can get Doctor Strange, I think it would be really cool if a portal opens beyond Big Thunder, you walk through, and it's kind of like a mix of the Sanctum Sanctorum and the Karmatage. And Karmatage will be a show where you get to, Wand will teach you the ways of sorcery. And that's how they kind of get to the Magic Kingdom. It's like, oh, we know these sorcerers that don't even know they're sorcerers. We can bring them in, we can train them, and like you could use this really cool technology to make it actually seem like you could make portals, which would be really cool. And then in the Sanctum Sanctorum, that's where your ride's gonna be. It'll be a simulator, and that's kind of weird that Magic Kingdom actually doesn't have a simulator. So I think this is what we could see here if they do a Worlds Beyond thing. I think this would be really cool to access it, and the ride will basically be you're helping Doctor Strange defeat Dormammu in the Dark Dimension, and that I think that will be really cool. So that's how we get that World 1. So once the sorcerers think you're ready, they'll open up a portal to more worlds, and this one is Olympus. I think a Hercules land would be cool. I think it fits in Magic Kingdom. I think you could do a really cool thing where you go into Olympus and the Villain's Land is right there, and you can go through the underworld, and that's how you get to the Villain's Land. I think there could be a kiddie ride, kind of like Pegasus, where you're riding Pegasus. That could be really cool. Some really good Greek food you can have. Meet and greets with Hercules and Meg, and these characters that don't really get any representation in the parks and are pretty popular. You can give it to them. So I think Olympus there, and then you can go down underground, or yes, the first floor because of Utilidors. But you can go underground, and that's where you go into the underworld. So you have two paths. One, you get to go on a Hades ride, where it's kind of like Hades telling his own story. It's a retelling of Hercules, but it's his own version of it, and you're on the boat, and you get to see the pit of souls that are circling around. And if you go the other direction, they'll take you right to the Villain's Land, where you still see that pit. So how do you not break continuity? Well, I think what would be a good idea is there'll be two entrances to this to the Villain's Land. So you get off the ride, there's the entrance to Villain's Land. Or you keep walking straight, you can see the pit, and you go right to the Villain's Land. So you're not seeing the pit twice, so it doesn't look weird. So that's how you get to the Villain's Land. That's how you can make it indoors, because that's the rumor right now. They're going to make it indoors, so it's always perpetually dark. Which, if they do this, I think that's going to be a huge blow for Epic Universe. Now, I'm pretty excited for Epic Universe. They're going to succeed. But I think Dark Universe is going to be really cool, but being not always at night, I think it's going to ruin the experience a little bit. Because a lot of the concept has always been at night. And obviously, the e-ticket they have there, that's not going to be the Kitty Werewolf ride, is going to always be dark. That's going to be really cool. But I think just it not being at night, I think it's going to ruin the experience a little bit. So I think with the Villain's Land being always in the dark, keeps the immersive experience in, so you don't see any sunlight. That's what I think. And the Villain's Land will probably have an e-ticket, like, suspended coaster, where you're trying to, like, it's heroes versus villains. I think that's what they should do. So now, what do I think they should do instead of a Villain's Land? So, there's video games in Universal. We got Nintendo, they're getting Donkey Kong, and then they're going to be getting Legend of Zelda probably, and Islands of Adventure, and then Pokemon somewhere. It's rumored to replace Simpsons Land, I think. But, God, Kingdom Hearts would be so cool. What if you're going in Traverse Town, and the last land, like, in the horizon is Hollow Bastion, and that's where you get your ride is, and it'll be suspended coaster where you're helping Sora beat all the villains. I want this to happen. I think Disney will eventually get in the realm of video games, but right now, I think it's gonna be Coco, Cars, and villains. I would like Doctor Strange, Olympus, villains. That's my prediction. Okay, so that's Beyond Big Thunder. That's over. So let's move on to Adventureland, which is getting the next big expansion. There was the permits filed for a new water flume ride, and it looks very similar to a very specific movie, very popular one, Moana. So now, being the most watched streaming anything ever right now, there's no way they're going to not do another ride. I mean, you got Journey of Water, which is a really cool experience from what I have heard. I have not experienced it yet. I will in August, which is cool. But I think a Moana water ride makes so much sense. It's rumored to go beyond Pirates. There's your, like, go behind Pirates, there's a Moana ride. I think what would be cool is, unpopular opinion, get rid of that treehouse. No one really goes on it, and I've never been on it. I have no ambition to go on it. So I think make a Moana land, put the Aladdin carousel, retheme it to Moana, like the old concept art for Animal Kingdom was. Put that in the Moana land, put the water flume in the Moana land, and like you have all that open space, and people have been complaining, hey, I really want that open space. It's kind of in the way. Bam, you have it. Look at that. I think that's what they should do. I think what is proposed is the Beyond Pirates idea. I think that's what's going to happen, but I think a Moana land suits her better for Adventureland. Also, the Pirates Bar, that's opening this year. I fully believe that. It'll be in December. The Pirates Bar is going to be really cool. The Tortuga Treasures looks like the merchandise location for Pirates, because when you get off of Pirates, there's walls there. There's construction walls. I think they're starting with the Pirates Bar, and we'll find a lot more about that at D23. I think that's inevitable. I think it's gonna be really cool. So let's go on with something I definitely don't think is gonna be happening, but I really wanted to, is a Stitch's Great Escape replacement, because that spot right now is just used for stroller parking, which, I mean, is a useful spot for it, but I think something's missing, you know? And there was a proposed idea a while back, like 2020, 4 years ago, Wreck-It Ralph. I think Wreck-It Ralph will inevitably come to Tomorrowland in Disney World. It's going to Tokyo Disneyland, replacing the Buzz Lightyear ride there, but I would love it. I love Wreck-It Ralph. I think it could be cool where you're getting sucked into the video game and helping Ralph and Penelope. I don't know what ride system it would be. You could do a show style, kind of like Stitch, but that has seemed unsuccessful with Alien Encounter from years ago and Stitch's Great Escape, which even with Stitch it was not that popular. So I think Wreck-It Ralph will be the spot, will be the IP that goes there. But I really want another IP. We all know Meet the Robinsons, right? I mean, come on. I think Meet the Robinsons really shows what Walt Disney is, because the idea of Meet the Robinsons is keep moving forward, like the future. Look into the future, and that's what Tomorrowland is. It's looking into the future. I think Meet the Robinsons will be timeless going there, because the future is always changing. And you could always change Meet the Robinsons with the future. So, do that. You can have, like, the villain bowler hat guy put the hat over you, and it's like a VR with the little aisle, and it's all red. I want this. Do it, please. Meet the Robinsons somewhere in the parks, besides Mickey's Minnie's Not So Scary, where it's bowler hat guy there, which is hilarious. Bowler hat guy is one of the best villains because he's just funny.
Prepare to be amazed.
It's great. So that's it for Magic Kingdom. Let's move on to Hollywood Studios. So Animation Courtyard, right? I know we're getting the Voyage of the Little Mermaid redo, but like, we really need something here. Like, you got Star Wars Launch Pad, which is really cool experience. You get to meet BB-8, Darth Vader, Chewbacca. You get to see all these cool, like, props from the original movies. And they got Disney Junior Dance Party, which, I mean, is very popular for younger kids and families. But, like, I want the expansion, and Animal Kingdom's getting their next expansion. Hollywood Studios is next on the leaderboard. So, I think they will do some Blue Sky idea. Villains could go here, that's the rumored plan, and this is where it's going to be indoors. Would be cool, but Monstropolis, that was rumored with Toy Story Land when that was revealed. That was rumored. And this could connect you to Sunset Boulevard, and I think that's what they want to do. I want to go in Monsters Incorporated. I want a coaster where it starts off as a trackless ride, and then you get picked up by the cranes, like the doors, and then you're in a suspended coaster and you're going through all the door, like the door, like world place, where all the doors are kept. That would be so cool. I want that. Please do it. And then Harryhausen's. I want Harryhausen's. And I think it would be funny if the reservations are always impossible. Just make this land a meme. I would love a Monsters Inc. land. Comment down below if you want Monsters Inc. or if you want villains to go where Animation Courtyard is. Because it's inevitable that's going to go away sooner rather than later. Monstropolis would be great. So now, Rock and Roller Coaster. Right? The Aerosmith license is going away. They're going to replace it, and they're thinking about it. Now, they could go with something real, like Queen, which would be cool, and then Taylor Swift, which would be so popular. I wouldn't want it, but I mean, a lot of guests would love Taylor Swift. They have the Eras Tour on Disney Plus, so they can do it. So what do I want them to do? And the Drew to Disney do, not only did he propose the Taylor Swift idea in a Orange Grove 55 podcast, which you guys should totally go check out. It's very interesting. They're predicting what could happen at D23, and he proposed that idea, but he also proposed just move Muppets Land here. Just make Rock and Roller Coaster a Muppets coaster. And there was that rumor that they were going to do Electric Mayhem there, which I want that so bad. That would be awesome. And then the Muppet Show. Man, I think they could just move Muppet Vision 3D, but what would it be? How cool would it be if they did a Muppet Show, like an actual Muppet Show, where like they make their own Muppets, and it's like what you saw on TV. Maybe if a celebrity's free and they're trying to promote a Disney movie, they could join the Muppets and do like a small little show. Would be cool. Do it. Get them. I want this Muppet Land here. But they could also do Cars, because we're like, hey, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy there. They have that really, really good animatronic of Lightning McQueen right there. I like the show, even though it's for children. I love the show. Cars Ride could go here as well, and I think that's what they should do instead of doing it at Magic Kingdom. I just want Cars somewhere. Anywhere, please. Just do it. Do it at Animal Kingdom. I don't know. So what would go in this Muppets Land? Drew to Disney actually proposed the idea of expanding Galaxy's Edge, and there was the rumor Mandalorian roller coaster. I think that's going to go in Paris, and they could just push that over to Hollywood Studios. That would be cool. That's fine, and you can connect it with Star Tours, or do Galaxy's Edge. It's somehow connected to Endor, and you got the forest, and there's a roller coaster in the forest, and that's seamless with Star Tours. So I don't know what they would do. I'm fine with that. This is where Zootopia should go, and this is where that Tree of Life show at Zootopia should go, where the Muppet Vision Theater is. Do a mini Zootopia Land, right? That would be really, really nice. And I think that fits better than Animal Kingdom, but I mean, anything could replace Bug's Life. I do not like It's Tough to Be a Bug. I love the movie. I do not like that ride. It scared me as a kid, and I've never been on it. Probably never will. Until maybe its last day, then I will go on it one more time, just to be like, I went on the last one, but, you know. It's Zootopia Land. I think that's what they should do for the replacement of Muppet Land, and just move Muppets. Just put Muppets in Cars somewhere. That's basically what this is. Put Muppets in Cars somewhere. So moving on to Epcot. Now, there was the video they posted a while back of Figment talking to the Imagineers that got our minds running that they're gonna do a Journey in the Imagination update. And I think a lot of people are saying that's not gonna happen. I really think it's gonna happen. Deep down, something tells me that this is gonna be like, no, everyone wants it, no one's expecting it. This is what they're gonna do. They're gonna bring back the Dreamfinder. It's gonna be updated. I think it would be a huge win for them to update Figment, because it's not popular right now, and the merchandise sells so much. I think they need to do it. I know a lot of people are disappointed with the Epcot redo. This would definitely bring them back. And we also have the Play Pavilion that's just sitting there, Wonders of Life. And there's a certain movie that just came out, not Deadpool and Wolverine. I still have to see that. Inside Out 2, which I also still have to see. That's the biggest animated movie of all time. It's officially. I don't think Disney's seeing this and being like, we don't need a park. No, this is moved up to the top priority. I think Inside Out will be in Wonders of Life. They will announce it. And I know people are saying Cranium Command. I don't know what that is. I really don't know. Like, you do Cranium Command with Inside Out. I don't know. I think it would just be cool teaching kids about, like, their emotions and what they do and stuff like that with the Inside Out characters. And again, that edutainment idea of Epcot could live on with Inside Out. That could work. Spaceship Earth. I listened to the narrator talking, and at the end where they talk about your future, I thought it was really funny how old this ride is when they said, man, the future's great. You can look at the news from your vacation spot, which I think we've been doing for a long time now. So I think that's a sign that, hey, this needs to be updated. And they had that proposed idea of updating Spaceship Earth to make the idea about the evolution of storytelling. And they had a really cool concept art that I think would have been great. I think they're going to go back on that idea. I don't think Epcot's done yet. I think there's a lot to go through Epcot. And I think they want to keep going with Epcot. And I think this is a great way to, again, that edutainment idea. This would be perfect. I think they should do it. Let's do it. Oh, and then Test Track 3.0. They're gonna talk more about it. This is inevitable, and I think it will open late summer. I think Epic Universe will open in the summer, and I know it's assumed to be earlier, and I know it's assumed to be later, so we don't really know right now. We know it's opening next year no matter what. I think this will open around Epic Universe. The answer from Disney right now would be Test Track. I think this is actually a great idea, and you saw how excited people are, and are still excited that this will be taking inspiration from World of Motion. So this will be popular. It's gonna happen. I'm excited. Let's do it. I want to see some crazy stuff. I want to see some announcements for Test Track 3.0, even though I really loved 2.0. I know a lot of people didn't, but I loved it. I still do. It's one of my favorites at Epcot. So now, with the front part of Epcot done, I think they will expand World Showcase. Maybe not with more countries, but with IP expansion of these countries. And we know Mary Poppins was supposed to happen, and this was delayed indefinitely, so we don't even know if this is ever happening. I think it will happen. I think they will say, hey, we're going to go back with Mary Poppins. It's popular still. And I think they should do what Tony Baxter pitched a while ago, where it's like a carousel and it hops off and you're going through a painting in Mary Poppins. That would be really cool. And I know they were going to do the teacup thing, which probably makes more sense for Epcot right now. So I just want to see Cherry Tree Lane. I think this is a really cool idea. You can meet Mary Poppins. Do it. Let's do it. Morocco needs something. And I actually thought of an idea of doing an Aladdin Land where the treehouse was, but I'm like, Morocco needs something. It's just kind of there. Put Aladdin there. Like, do an Aladdin Land, do a ride, retelling a story or something like that. Or like kind of like a Peter Pan's Flight, you know, with updated animatronics. I would be fine with this. I would say Aladdin Miniland. I think Morocco needs something, and I think that's what they're gonna do with World Showcase expansions. Is look at those countries that need expansion and put those forward. Italy, I think, doesn't really need an expansion right now, but like, I am Italian, so I want Luca there. I think Luca's funny. Luca's a really funny movie, so I retell the story of Luca. It's a boat ride. There you go. This would be cool. It's a new IP. It's popular. Let's do it. That's it for Epcot. Epcot's got a lot I think could happen. Animal Kingdom. This will probably be the focus of D23, will be Animal Kingdom, because I think there's a lot they could do here. First off, you have Tropical Americas with Encanto. You have the carousel, which was supposed to be Coco, but is now going to be a Disney IP animal themed carousel, which it's cool. That's really cool. And then you have the Indiana Jones replacing dinosaur. Now we'll get probably more news on what Encanto is gonna be. We know it's gonna be a ride. We know it could be an Omnimover, a trackless ride, a Mystic Manor type ride. Anything that would be really cool. It could be a boat ride, maybe around it. I don't know. I think if you have their house, you have to let people inside. Indiana Jones, we know, is going to be something new we haven't seen before. We know it's going to be the same track layout as Dinosaur, but we know it's going to be a new story that has not been told. And based on the concept art, even though it's like Aztec, like there's like, it looks like if you look in the right, there's an excavation site, and I'm staring at it right now, but there's like an excavation site. I know a lot of people are saying like to put dinosaurs in there, even though like Indiana Jones has nothing to do with dinosaurs. Like, it's like time travel. I think that's a really cool idea. Let's do it. I think dinosaurs need to be somewhere in Animal Kingdom, so putting it in Indiana Jones would be great. And obviously, you can have food, dining, gift shops, stuff like that. This will be the true answer to Epic Universe, will be this giant expansion. I think people are saying it's going to be 2026. I think it's end of 2025. I could be wrong. I think end of 2025. I think they're going to go through it pretty quick. And I think Dinosaur will close the week after D23. So it's going to be like, hey, we're doing this. It will close next week. Go on it if you want to see it again. I think this is what people want. People want to be like, hey, we're doing this. We're going to close it. It's going to start end of 2025. Definitive. Yes. Then Lion King has been rumored for a while to go into Animal Kingdom, and we know a Lion King land is going to go in Disney Adventure World in Paris. So, yeah, I say let's do a Lion King water ride retelling the story. I want a life-size Pride Rock. Yeah, let's do it. I think this will happen. Probably by Disney. Probably at Disney, which is a very, like, a small YouTube channel that I'm subscribed to, which is, they're a really cool channel. And she talked about changing Rafiki's Planet Watch to, like, a Lion King land, which I think is a really good idea. So I support that idea wholeheartedly. And that's really it for the lands. And now I have one more thing. One more, and I think it's nothing to expect. No one's expecting this, but it's what people want. So, Orlando Airport, right? There's if you go down where you go outside and get picked up by your Uber, if you look to your right, there's a very interesting area that I think a lot of people remember, known as the Magical Express. Have you guys noticed it's still there? It's still there. Like, everything's still there. They have the sign for Magical Express. Still there. I think they're going to announce it coming back. I mean, it's been there for 2 years, but I think this would be such a big win. I love the Magical Express. I think they could do it. I think they will do it. I think if it's not this D23, eventually it will come back. But, yeah. I think they're going to be like, hey, Magical Express is coming back. It'll be here soon. Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. Let's get it. Let's get it, Disney. I would love it. So, all right. So those are my predictions for D23 Horizons. And as you've seen, I've not predicted Horizons. I don't think they're doing it. But I digress. I think we expect a lot. I think there's a lot on its way, and I'm really, really excited. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming it. I probably just give my after show thoughts. So. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And as you can tell, this is unscripted, so a lot of rambling. I apologize. But let me know if you like these more unscripted videos like this. And yeah, that's it for me. Please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the biggest channel with 187 subscribers. And yeah, that's it for me. I will see you guys next time.